So we're going to trying to solve this equation. It's already been part solved here. But 4p squared minus 6p is equal to 0. And what we would first do is to solve these kinds of questions. They're kind of like a basic sort of introductory quadratic, I suppose. We're going to factorize it, which means we're going to put brackets in. And to do that, we decide what do they both divide by. They both divide by 2 and they both divide by p. So 2p. And then we say what happens when you divide them by 2p. Well, 4p squared divided by 2p is 2p. 6p divided by 2p is 3. So it ends up like this. And we say that is equal to 0. Now, then we're going to and then we say, well, what do we do next? Well, if, for example, x times y is equal to 0, then either x is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0. So therefore, for the same reason, in this case, either 2p is equal to 0 or 2p minus 3 is equal to 0, right? It's or. All right? So, in other words, if 2p is equal to 0 or 2p minus 3 is equal to 0, then we can say that, well, basically either p is equal to 0 or 2p is equal to 3, which means p is equal to 1.5. So the answer that they want you to put is p equals 0, then comma, or you can write or p is equal to 1.5. So we can solve these we can have a look at this and study them and see if we're right by using Desmos graphing calculator. If we click up here, we can see that I've had to draw it in X because obviously the X-axis is well, we have to use X instead of P because that's how these graphs work. And if we scroll in, we should see that we got X when Y equals 0. Sorry, when y equals 0, then x is equal to either 0 or 1.5, which is what we said. And obviously we said p. Okay?